Hi, I'm King Khan, and you are watching Punk Rock Aerobics. Get in shape. Aye.
Hey everybody, this is Hilton coming at you with another installment of my Punk Rock Aerobics at Home series. Punk Rock Aerobics is the original DIY workout that will have you skanking like never before. As we all know, exercise, it makes us feel better. So let's never mind the buttocks and get cranking. So hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and go to punkrockaerobics.com for all kinds of info on my merch and my live stream class and all that kind of stuff. Also, email me at hilken@punkrockaerobics.com. Let me know what songs you want to work out to. Get on my mailing list. In today's episode, we are going to be working out to King Khan's new band, Louder Than Death. I got some great moves to go to that song, but before we do that, you know what time it is. Yep, we're going to talk to the man himself because it is time to phone a punk.
Aye.
Hey, King Khan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's shaking?
Hey, thanks so much for being on the show. So we're using your song ABC's in Oberlin from your new project with Sean from the Spits called Louder Than Death. It's awesome. Is there anything you want to tell us about that song?
So that song, it's about the rise of fascism. And so ABC, anger, bigotry, chaos, deception, envy. It's all about, the sad state of affairs of the world right now. But it's done to a punk rock beat. So, you know, that's one thing that inspires. Hate inspires.
Hate inspires. I like that.
Yeah, and that song also talks about having a red fist or a blue fist. So it's got a little bit of the old sexy homosexual fisting reference, which is always good in music. So any children out there, if you are making punk rock, throw in a fist here and there.
Okay, cool. So our viewers would really like to know, what does your workout routine consist of?
I don't really work out though, but I do draw, and that's kind of my brain workout. Wait, I'll show you a nice drawing. Here's some hot dogs. See that?
I can't see it. Oh, okay, there we are. It looks like Mr. Peanut.
It's a hot dog, dude. Getting this, he's trying to escape the fork. But exercise, yeah, I'm really not an exercise kind of person, but I do like to do this kind of stuff. This is three mysterious men playing together.
Alien Man.
Yeah, and they're masked and they're having a gay old time.
Yeah, they look kind of scary.
Yeah, I like yoga.
Yoga's cool.
My daughters do a bunch of yoga and stuff like that. I should be doing kind of. Actually, I did. I tried to master this one. I think it's called the eagle pose,
Okay.
and it's where you like balance on one leg
Okay.
and kind of wrap your hands around each other. And I did that very drunk at a club in Spain, in Barcelona, and I wound up like smashing into a glass coffee table. And luckily, I didn't get cut or anything like that because it could have been really bad.
Yeah, wow.
I just want to have a warning out there. If you're really drunk, do not attempt yoga in a social situation, even though it might be really funny looking.
Good advice.
It's dangerous.
Good advice to our viewers.
I did Tai Chi with Lou Reed. That was cool.
You did? Where'd you do that?
Well, I was at Lou Reed and Laurie Anderson, his amazing wife, his wizard wife. They had been asked to curate a whole festival in Australia at the Sydney Opera House, and they chose 8 bands, and King Khan and Barbecue were one of them. And then when we went there, we wound up spending like a week with them, and and it was a surprise. But Lou Reed was a big fan of all the music that I've been doing, and he brought his Tai Chi master to this festival, and then his Tai Chi master was like doing this Tai Chi session outside, and we were invited, and Lou Reed was like, we were hanging out, and he was like telling me to put my back straight, and like it was awesome. And yeah, and actually that's also where I met my buddy Hal Wilner, who just passed. But yeah, it was a pretty wild and crazy experience. But doing Tai Chi is amazing, I find.
Okay, so now I have my next question, which is, do you have any dietary or nutritional guidelines that you go by?
I have gained weight like in the past 10 years, and mostly because I'm on medication and stuff like that, so like it's a side effect. But I've been kind of almost doing this thing. Well, it's not really officially, but my wife and Savalu, my older daughter, they've been trying to get me to do this intermittent fasting thing.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
You have to like wait, I don't know, 12 or more hours before you eat stuff. How much? 16, and she said I did it for one day.
So how'd it go then?
I did, yeah, I did lose like, I don't know, about 5 or 10 pounds or something like that.
Well, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it seems to be doing good. You just have to try to enjoy enjoy being hungry, because that's what I feel is like a thing that people don't do. And if you can enjoy emptiness in your stomach, then it's just better for you, because there's always this sedative, that when you eat a lot of whatever crap, and then you're heavy. And so if you can enjoy life, I mean, that was some quote, I think, from Mick Jagger. That was like, someone asked, I think Andy Warhol asked him, like, how do you stay so skinny? And then he was just like, I don't eat. Well, I gave him a pirate Australian accent there. Arr, I don't eat, Andy.
Okay, so has your live performance ever been affected by your state of being in shape or not?
I think one thing I definitely, well, on stage I do have kind of like a wild, manic kind of personality, and but it's kind of mixed. Also, I like to wear scantily clad things, or like really crazy costumes that my wife actually makes, a lot of them, or all of them. But so my butt cheeks are hanging out, or like we got different kind of funny. We had this nipple shirts where our nipples were exposed. So I've actually had fat people come up to me and tell me that they were really, before the show, they were always very conscious about being fat, and then when they saw me kind of letting it loose and getting half naked and stuff, that it made them more confident about being fat around people. I mean,
Well, no, that's great because you're an inspiration for people to feel, more comfortable in their body.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm very comfortable with my body, but yeah, I mean, I could definitely lose a lot of weight, but yeah, I'm trying.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you feel good, you look good. I mean, I think you look good.
I smell good. I make love good.
Okay, great. All right, so I have my one last question I ask everyone. What's your take on Henry Rollins?
Henry Rollins. My thoughts about him. I never saw him floor punch. I think that would be kind of a neat thing to see. I'd like to see. I think they should make. I think he should just become a new Marvel superhero, because that's basically what the world needs now, is Henry Rollins as some kind of Marvel. They ended the whole Marvel thing, I think, right, with like world destruction. So why not have just one last Marvel movie with only Henry Rollins as the only character in the whole movie? It's very avant-garde, and it's him kind of. Actually, this kind of ties into a theater piece that I wanted to do, and actually Henry Rollins would be the perfect person to play the role. I wanted to do a theater piece about Al Capone and his like time in prison when syphilis had like made holes in his brain and he was completely insane. So I had this kind of fantasy of seeing Henry Rollins play Al Capone in jail alone, a one-man show. It could be like Las Vegas 1 month or wherever you want to put it, but it's just him hallucinating, talking to like Marilyn Monroe and like people who aren't there, but he's talking to them. And I don't know. I love Black Flag. I've met him, I think, a couple of times in different festivals and stuff, but I don't know. We never really had like an explosive freak out.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being on the show, King Khan. It was an honor. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Great to see you. Take care. Bye. So now we're going to work out to the song ABCs in Old Berlin by the band Louder Than Death. Just like a punk rock song with 3 chords, there's 3 moves. Going to show you those 3 moves now.
Bye.
The 3 moves to ABCs in Old Berlin by the band Louder Than Death are: first move, rock, jumping side to side, up and down, lunge, lunge, and lunge, moving the arms up and down, rock. Second move, swizzle swish, swish, side to side, step side to side, bring the arms up and over, and you step side to side. Third move, skank, wild card move, head kicked in, tonight. Lunge, kick, punch, punch, lunge, kick, punch, punch. Okay, let's rock. 5, 6, swizzle switch. Side to side. Switch. 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 Okay, skank. Then head kicked in. 1, kick, punch, punch, skank. 1, right here. Head kicked in. Punch, punch, rock. Rock. Swizzle switch. Switch. Skank. Head kicked in right here. Run. Kick. Punch. Punch. Skank it. Other side. Run. Kick. Punch. Punch. Rock. 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 Swish. Swizzle switch. Give me one more. Give me another one. Head kicked in. Kick. Punch. 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 Kick. Punch. 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 Kick. Punch. Punch. Hey, I hope you had fun. Thanks so much for working out with me. I want to give a huge shout out to King Khan. Thank you so much for letting us use that song, ABCs in Old Berlin. It totally rocked. I hope you come back next week for our next week's episode of Punk Rock Aerobics at Home series.
Bye.